You ready, yeah?
We're good.
Bring up to speed, stand by. We're at speed.
Doug, congratulations, first of all. Just your feelings on this deal getting over the line with Frasers.
I thought it was going to sort of get over the line last night, probably about 8 or 9, and it got over the line near to 1:30 in the morning, but it got over the line, and that's the critical thing. I'm thrilled. I mean, I have to say I'm thrilled. All the history is well documented by everybody around this region, and I won't go over that, but things change. And we have changed a lot in the last 3 years, I would say, coming in and investing and getting us to this position that we can ultimately be in a position to acquire the whole of the arena as our new home, or as our home.
And how long have the negotiations been going on, would you say?
Probably on and off a while. Yeah, look, for me, it always makes sense for us to own this asset and be able to run it how we want to run it, and I would say brand it and franchise it and get everybody behind it. Otherwise, we're duplicating everything, and there's always going to be some tensions between any party who's running it like that. So, from my viewpoint, I've wanted to get it done. I guess from the moment I didn't get it done in November of 22. But things take time. Everybody has a look. Everybody's seen what's gone on between the parties. And I will say that, a lot of investment has gone on since that acquisition in 22. The place wasn't in great shape. It's in better shape today than it was then. But we have to realise this is only a 20-year stadium. It feels sometimes that it isn't, because there was a lot of period of time where it wasn't really maintained how it should have been. So there's a lot to do. But look, today I'm slightly on cloud nine because it's done. And I know how much it means to this community, and I'm just really thrilled, really.
Are you able to discuss any of the financial terms?
No. I mean, I say no because I just shut that down. But look, these are difficult discussions. And listen, Mike Ashley, is a billionaire businessman. So we have to look at everything properly, as I always do. Whether I'm buying a player or I'm buying a business or selling a business, we have to look at it and see what we can do. But, I do know it's very important, and life is long, right? I mean, there's a 230-year leasehold here from the council. So whatever you pay, and whether you overpaid or underpaid, it's over a long period of time, and we're here forever if we don't muck it up, right? So that hasn't been in place ever since this stadium was built. So I look at it on a longer term and say, whatever you do or you don't on a particular moment in time, it's done. It should never have gone away, and now we're together.
And it's a much greater asset with the two entities married together, isn't it? The football club and the stadium.
Of course it is. But I would say that, the one thing I love about the arena is that the arena has got all the things that I see all these other owners saying they want to do. So it's already got it, right? It's got the hotel, it's got the exhibitions, it's obviously got the casino, it has concerts, it has land around it. So I'm looking at it going, they're all saying they're going to do that with all their great plans, and we've got it here on our doorstep. We just need to develop it properly and sustainably, and it needs to be done through the brand of the football club. Otherwise, it's just a faceless, arena that just, that's the arena. This is Coventry City's home, and I think that has never been seen, and therefore it's untapped as to what that may mean.
So just to clarify, you own this place lock, stock and barrel, the casino, the hotel, the exhibition centre.
Absolutely everything is now with the football club.
Right, okay. And of course the one thing that's missing now is Premier League football to play in it for the very first time, Doug, after 25 years away.
Yeah. We've been close, haven't we? I mean, I think, I don't know if you were there when I gave my first press conference, I don't know where it was, December 22 or something. I said 3 out of 5's in the playoffs. We've had 2 out of 3. We've been close. I feel good about this season. I think that we are ready. I think the head coach and his team are working really well. I'm obviously around the club a lot, and I feel really good about what I'm seeing. The focus is on it. The pre-season was on it. So, look, I'm not saying we will or we won't, but I feel we've got a good go this year.
And just lastly from me, I mean, you know, being around the place as often as you are, the fans are so thirsty for success. You sense that around this place, Doug, don't you?
Do you know what? I think that they were sort of relieved we got out of League Two, relieved we got out of League One, didn't know how it would go in the Championship, and we sort of, I don't know, 16th in the first year. And then you don't know where you may or may not go. And obviously we had 2 or 3 exceptional players that we managed to acquire in those sort of COVID times that really stood out for us. But if we hadn't have done, moved them on, reinvested, we would be at risk of the wrong way. And so I think that Coventry City is always like, oh, it's all going to go wrong a little bit in their mentality. And I need to change that. We've now got a stadium, we've got an arena, we've got a fantastic football team and head coach and people who are around the football club in the business side of it now as well. And so they should believe, because I believe. And why won't you believe? We're a great city, and why can't we go and do what we need to do?
We've been out talking to some of the fans. Doug Tawdry, by the way,
Hi.
from Midlands today. We've been out talking to some of the fans. There's real emotions there. Look, you mentioned there about the belief. There's real hope as well from today's move. How much of that do you understand, hearing about this being their home finally?
Look, I mean, my wife Kerry put something on as we were driving up. It made me emotional just listening to some of the comments for people. Look, it's really traumatic when you have your team, your beloved team is, and you're traipsing around the country, and there's a few thousand, and nobody's really taking care of it. I mean, it's distressing. It really is. And I think you need to put that in perspective when you look at today and realise that things have changed, and you were there in the bad time, and now hopefully we're in a positive time. Whatever happens on the pitch and whatever happens going forward, we've got it together. Right, and I think that cannot be broken. I think, there is a lot of emotion. I'm emotional, frankly.
And the investment now, knowing that it's all coming back here, how big a sort of move that do you think that's going to be for the future of the club as well?
Look, I mean, there's a lot of interest in sports franchises in England, and you see American owners coming in meaningful ways. I'm really excited about the Championship. What you've got at the moment is you've got the parachute clubs, which we won't talk about those, but they come down, and obviously they're Premier League yo-yo clubs. But from behind that, we've got the Newbury, the Wrexhams, the Birminghams, others who are raising a lot of revenue without having had the Premier League broadcasting rights. So for me, the Championship is getting really competitive. There's a lot of eyes on it. I think it's a great spectacle for people to watch around the world. So for us to be at the heart of it, to be in it, and not just making up the numbers, I think is fantastic. And so, I think, the fact we've got the stadium and put the team in the stadium together will just be really positive moving forward on that front.
Thank you so much, Doug. Thank you.
Doug, I appreciate you're not going to talk numbers and disclose some numbers, but Mike actually bought the arena for about 17 million, I think it was reported back in 2022. Is it fair to say that you paid significantly more?
Significantly more. I would say certainly we paid more than that. There's no doubt about that.
Because I think you made a bid of 25.
I did. If I look back to that time in November 22, in the bankruptcy court in London, I put an offer in to take the arena at that time at 25 million that didn't get over the line for a lot of other reasons. So clearly I think you can work out. I mean, let's put it into perspective as well. And obviously I've been in the detail, you can imagine, over the last few weeks. So they've spent a lot of money on this stadium. One, because it wasn't making any money, certainly when they took it over in the WASP demise. And 2, because it needed quite a lot of capital expenditure. So they've invested in that stadium. So 17 sounds like, wow, they bought it really cheaply. But I know they've invested far more in the stadium to get it to this point. What we've paid is what we've paid. I look at... There isn't really a price you would pay, right? I mean, when you're in this discussion, there's not other things really. I know there was chatter about other arenas and all that sort of thing, but you just have to try and come to a deal and put it together. That's all you can do, and that's difficult. It's not like you can choose a player and I'll go to another player or another. There's only one stadium and there's only one Coventry. So the reality is you have to try and work it out and get to something that everybody can live with. And I guess that's what we did.
And as you alluded to, I mean, the stadium hasn't always been historically that profitable in the past, but obviously it's on a good footing now. And are you confident that you can sort of take that and have some more uplift in that?
I'm always confident that we can do those things. I have to be. I think it's an amazing asset. I mean, I was, an arena, when was it, about 2005, 20 years ago. There was another one built in Milton Keynes, similar setup. But I quite like it. I just think it, when it was built and where we were and what was happening in football, it was a more difficult period. I think now that we've obviously got 28, 30,000 people coming, and eyes are on football probably like they've never been on it before. Maybe it's post-COVID or whatever it is. I think that having a franchise with everything there already made, people don't know what can be achieved with that. And I believe there's a lot that can be achieved with it if it's done right. It will need investment, as everything does, to get it where you need it to get to. But I'm really happy that we have it, and I think we can utilise it to our advantage against our competitors.
And what are the key revenue streams that open up for the football club?
Well, I think obviously, we've obviously got the income streams that are already there. Whether they're being utilised how we would want to utilise them, I don't know. Certainly the retail side of it, our retail business has grown massively. I've just been in Denmark seeing our supplier Hummel and chatting about that sort of venture. And as you know, we brought in a chief business officer who is there to really drive and take what we've created and broaden it to the bigger brands and to try and align ourselves, the football club, with those sort of companies, as well as the SMEs and our local community that have always been huge supporters of us. So I think, look, we've got our business plan. We've got to get our heads together. On Monday or Tuesday, it's a bank holiday, but Tuesday we've got to sit around, get into the detail with Paul Michael, the CEO, with Nicola, and decide, what we've got and work out how we're going to make a lot of money out of it, because we need to do that.
And just finally for me, why is Mike Ashley sold?
It's my great charm, maybe. I don't know. Look, I mean, Mike Ashley runs, a significant public company. Whether he's running it or he's a huge shareholder in it. He's been around football a long time. I don't know. Maybe he felt it was the right thing to do. Maybe he felt that we were running the football club as well as we could run it, and that was a piece of puzzle that he felt was the right thing to do. I mean, it's not like he gave it to me. So, ultimately we had to pay for it. But look, I mean, the winds of football in this country are blowing, and the regulator is rightly involved in making sure that it's run properly, because it's critical for the community. And I think, when we're about to be fined for not having a 10-year deal at the stadium, it's all a bit wrong, isn't it? So I think maybe all those things combined together have sort of made it a moment where we were able to get over the line, and we're done. And we're done now, right? So it's done. And you can't imagine how relieved and happy I am that we're done.